Alright, my gut feeling is you are gonna sink into some disaster. But I've loved the process. Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our kitchen. Today we're doing a Barry Tries video. See this? You see? This is the website Tasty. I've done some Barry Tries on there before. If you've missed any, do check out the playlist at the end of this video. But this right here is a massive meat. Look at the size of that. We are making a stuffed massive meatball with spaghetti and mozzarella inside. Well, we're attempting to make it. Now, it looks awesome, doesn't it? But part of me as well, I had a dream about making something like this. This is how this started last night. This is this next shot here. And bear in mind, these videos are generally quite well styled. They're like, oh, we've got to make it look real nice. Look, that looks a bit bland, doesn't it? But that, I had a dream last night. I literally dreamt of making a massive meatball and just like, yeah, First thing we need is some spaghetti that's cooked, which we don't have, so let's get going. We need 150 grams of cooked spaghetti that's also cooled down in sauce. Now this is actually the last item on the ingredients list. Whenever I try and write out my recipes, I try and put it so that it's the very first thing that I would put cooked spaghetti first. Otherwise you'd be doing all the other bits and be like, I've got my spaghetti ready. So I've got my spaghetti here, but we're not quite ready for it yet. Unnecessary salt, baby! I'm just following the instructions as it says, word for word. Now, I believe that we should put this thing in the fridge later on, but they don't do that in the method. So I think it could break. We worry about that step if we get there. The only thing to me is that it doesn't feel like much spaghetti, but we'll keep going. There's a flip side to that. A lot of people have said, like, be careful, you might have too much spaghetti, and it's really hard to roll it together. So it's like in place, the hardest thing is getting that join right. Let's now make the beast, the patty. I'm gonna do that thing someone showed me a while ago, where you actually drain it like that. Oh no! It's one of those things, you wouldn't believe this genius hack for draining your... Yeah, just do that. It just says spaghetti cooked al dente with sauce. So, with sauce it is. Oh my gosh. It's gonna actually get in between the grooves on the spaghetti. It's not going to make it stick together. If you're leaving it to one side, always try and leave a little bit of pasta water in there, otherwise it just ends up as one big sort of congealed blob of spaghetti, which actually is what we're probably putting in the middle of this meat anyway. Rock and roll. To make this massive meatball, I'm using beef mince, pork mince, milk, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, garlic pepper. I just really want to push the garlicness, okay? So pepper, but we got that anyway. Parmesan, parsley, breadcrumbs, 2 eggs, and this is my own little addition. This is a little bit of cayenne pepper for some heat. That is because the recipe calls for some hot Italian sausage instead of the standard pork mince I've got. So whenever I've made meatballs, I've done 50-50 beef and pork. It looked kind of like a really hot mince kind of thing. I wasn't sure if there was like pepperoni or something like that. I would get that and whiz it up. So I just figured it'd be easier just to get a bit of kick in there to add the cayenne to maybe compensate for it. In a bowl, please, all of that. And that is it. Apply the clean hands. Oh my gosh. And bring this all together as one big meaty, flavorful, actually quite crunchy with the breadcrumbs at the moment, mass. Mix until well combined. All right, I'm really, really happy with that. Line a large glass bowl with plastic wrap and spray thoroughly with cooking spray. All right. Wrapped. Okay, I guess this is gonna help to lubricate it so we can roll it easier. Good. Progress, feeling good. So this big old bit of beef and pork goes in this bowl and we squish it down, kind of punching it. And as I'm punching it down, it's pushing up the sides slightly. But all of the reviews have said you've got to make sure you keep it thick. A nice hollow meat bucket. Oh, it smells really good. Now it says to put cheese, then the spaghetti, then bring it together, but I'm gonna be a bit of a meatball rebel, which sounds like a song. I've got some pre-grated mozzarella that I'm just putting in the bottom. So it's telling me to use that, but I'm a big fan of like freshly torn mozzarella. Remember, we did do homemade mozzarella before. I actually want to revisit that and do some like smoked ones and stuff. That's really fun. So just to like a little bed of it, because this is all going to go gooey anyway. Getting my hand, oh my gosh, getting my hands right in this now and dropping it in. I don't know. I want to use all of it. I feel like I've got the space. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to go for just a little bit more. And obviously, the cheese can just find its way. I'm just doing what it says. My aim actually initially was to make a massive one of these and just completely fill it with mozzarella. I mean, that was my dream, but I saw this, I was like, hey, I haven't even got to sit it on a bed of spaghetti then. It kind of self-spaghettis, you know, like self-saucing desserts. We're self-spaghettiing. It's the future. Using the plastic wrap, form the meat into a large ball, ensuring there are no holes or cracks. Push that right down. I think we've got a bit too much in there. I'm gonna take a little bit more spaghetti out. Oh my God, it feels like an operation. Just a little bit, because then once we get it, it's just gonna fly and it'll be awesome. So yeah, if I grab the, I can kind of shape it like this. Okay, it is starting to shape more now. It is starting to wrap around it, right. Part of me wishes that I left like a nice little blob just to press in there. I've got none of the meat left. Oh, that would have been easy, just plug it. Ah. Instead, oh, we're closing it up. We're closing it, it's working. Yeah, all the reviews said that is the bit you gotta take your time with. I'm just taking little chunks from the side of the walls that have got a bit more thickness on them just to build up. So if you do this, I 100% recommend just leaving a little, I don't know, 2 tablespoons of spare meat from the walls, which are quite thick, just to build up that base. Because in a minute, apparently if it's worked, I should be able to pick this up and sort of wobble it around like some big ball. I'm not really confident in doing that, but that is actually a big old meatball. Wow. So this is the step we've just done. Oh, that doesn't look like anywhere near as much as spaghetti as I had. And they made that look, yeah, they cut there. Look, then I'm supposed to be able to pick it up and hold it like that. What the? All right, so just preheating the oven, and we have got a lined baking tray ready. Let's just try and shape it a little bit. I don't want to break it. Okay. Ah, it looks like a swim cap. Oh, wow. Okay, so now I get it. We can shape it slightly. Oh no, it's falling apart. Don't fall apart on me. Don't fall apart on me. Round it into a meatball. Oh gosh, that side's horrendous. This is actually scarily quite fun. It's just, I've gotta get it nice and held together. Come on. All right, I am gonna take that and put it down on my mat. And actually now when it's like this, I can kind of shape it a bit. Oh, I think it's gonna split, you know. It looks amazing. What I'm gonna do is get some breadcrumbs, and there's a few little gaps. I'm just gonna put little taps just on there to try and just fuse those gaps a little bit. Just see if I can just pop them in these little gaps that wanna form, just to try and stem that a little bit. Not too crazy, but I would 100% leave a little bit for a plug for your bottom. That step they did in the video when they did that cut, I can tell that took them quite a while. And rightly so, like all the reviews said, you gotta get it right, but then it's a pretty awesome reward at the end of it. I've actually just got in the zone there and like almost completely crumbed it, but I'm happy with that. I feel much more confident knowing at least I've given this a try too, and I can probably coat it in cheese and sauce and that as well, so that'll all get coated. Right, I know it could go wrong from here, but can we just marvel at this site? It's actually pretty epic indeed. And I'm fairly certain I've been in a building shaped a bit like this. It wasn't made of meat though. All right, my gut feeling is you are gonna sink into some disaster. But I've loved the process. Let's go. So let's trust that process, and 40 minutes, we should have a big meatball or a big meaty sole of a shoe. All right, just for reference, this is how much spaghetti that we had left over. I feel like it's about half of it, and you know, I got it wedged in there as much as I could. It's only been 3 minutes. I keep staring at it. Whenever I've done stuff like this before, it's always cracked. I got it as smooth as I could, breadcrumbs in there too. If it happens, it happens. The one difference is when I've done stuff like this before, I've not really put egg in there, which could help bond it. I'm really excited if this works, but if it doesn't, I know you guys will smash it out of the park like you do anyway. For a bit of fun earlier, I tweeted because I had the song Walk This Way in my head, but I was doing Walk This Way, and we've had some amazing suggestions. A Lard Day's Night, The Wok of Rice by Dire Straits, Bad Dreams Are Made of Cheese, Aerosmith, Don't Want to Miss a Wing, and my personal favourite, there's lots of others, thank you to everyone. This is by Jake Macaulay, God Gave Sausage Roll to You. If you've got any food pun song suggestions, let me know down below. I'm just trying to kill time, 35 minutes to go until this thing shatters into one big crater of meaty mess. I've got a massive jug here of marinara sauce. Some of that's going to go on the base of the dish for the meatball to sit on. The rest of it will get drenched on top. Oh my gosh, so I'm just warming it in the microwave. I'm going to keep it warm in there so we can pour it on and hopefully cover any nasty bits. Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that's amazing! Oh my gosh, look at that! It hasn't cracked. What I thought was cracks was just like dents and craters of parsley and meat. Wow! Check that out! So let's just pour a little bit of that warmed marinara sauce. Oh, we then, oh my gosh! Sit the meatball back in. More marinara on top. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. Oh! And whilst it's still warm, parmesan in there. Oh wow. And some freshly chopped basil, as you do. Now that is a bloomin' stonker. Kind of looks like a Christmas pudding. Oh wow. Shall we slice into it? I'm so happy that it held its shape. Dreams do come true, folks. How is it? Oh my gosh! What is that? Is that like cheese goo? Oh my gosh. It's like a spot. Oh. Yeah, that's cheesy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh wow. Best thing, it's all cooked through. I mean, it kind of looks like a crazy Scotch egg as well. And there's so many things it looks like. The smells are amazing. You can take a wedge like that and you've already got the marinara sauce on it, some parmesan, but you want that spaghetti, you want that extra cheesy gooiness right there. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. The meat is so tender and juicy, and that cayenne, that really, you can't taste that in there. There's a slight trace of heat, but it needs it. The flavour of the onion, the garlic powder too. Oh, that is like a journey, a taste experience, and a whole meal. I mean, that's going to serve like a family of 50. So good and so fun. This is why I love doing the Barry tries. Sometimes it takes you down routes that I'm like, I never want to go there again. But I would definitely make that again. I feel though that I would probably go for fresh mozzarella in there. So if there's 2 tips, fresh mozzarella, because I love the stringiness with it. I prefer the taste of it, and also leave it a little bit of meat just to plug the bottom so you can really roll it and shape it. But it held it so well. I thought it's cracked, but it's not. I think the egg held it together. It is a real taste experience. It's like a whole meatball journey in one mouthful, and I really hope you give this a go. Probably one of my most favourite Barry tries ever. And a dream come true. Do send me photos on social media. I love to see your attempts. Maybe try the rebaking it with the mozzarella on it, drenching it again. Maybe make a meatball inside a meatball inside a meatball. Oh, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all 3.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
It is, isn't it?
How did you get it like this?
Put it in the oven.
Makes sense.